Coach, thanks. Located appropriately for his career win total at 347 Don Shula Drive. There's a look at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami, Florida. This crowd a few minutes ago stirred into action at the side of their Dolphins emerging from the Hard Rock Stadium tunnels, and we are ready to go as the Dolphins get set to match up with the Washington Redskins. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big pickup of 38. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now a man who really stepped up last year. This is Matt Breida. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. In on the stop, the safety, Troy Apke.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Check. Fresno. Come on. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
And with the play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On 1st down, here's Breida. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Running out of the gun here, Breida. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. He'll set up to throw. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack. Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Good field position to start the drive after the missed field goal. Here's first down from the 42. Now the third leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
They go play action here on first down. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Kyle Van Noy. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. And he's going to go down again. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Now Haskins, third and long. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now fourth down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have back on their heels.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Now this one complete on the slant route. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. This is Breida. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at their 48-yard line.
We're scoreless after one. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it second down and 11. Out of the shotgun, Breida. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with third and about 6 yards to go.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone.
He'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Kyle Van Noy picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, third and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Throwing on third and long. Haskins. This one complete to Kelvin Harmon. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A gain of 22.
And the Redskin first down.
Haskins looking to throw on first down. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. A give running right is Chubb. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Third down. Here's Haskins. He gets it to Brown. Complete. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Not really any offense for them to speak of here in this first half. Maybe that's what they needed, that big play.
Yeah, it seems that maybe everything changes right there. They've been a little slow out of the gate. We've seen that. But that one big play, that could spark a big burst right here.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Chris Herndon, his fourth touchdown on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Go! Let's go!
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Breida, he'll try the right side. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down. On fourth down, Matt Hawk is on to punt. Back deep, Antonio Brown. This is taken at the 18. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10.
Where's your
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
At the 30-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Throwing now, Haskins on first down. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
But he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Hatchet.
Second and 10. Here's Haskins again. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Sack City, baby.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. Throwing on 3rd and long. Haskins. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. 12 yards on the return that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
2nd and 11. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Ryan Anderson. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. Parker, the intended target. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before.
It's caught inside the 25. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Redskins get the quick strike touchdown. Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game. And
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Preston Williams, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd down.
Kevin King there defensively.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll throw now on the final play. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
Let's go, baby.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Haskins on 1st down. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now it's Haskins. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. Just they move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Haskins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. So a pick 6 there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick 6 going the other way.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make our score 14-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that one carries out of the side of the end zone here. So it's a touchback and bring it out to the 25. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Back to the air. Haskins after the pick six. This will be caught by Brown. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A Redskin first down. The pickup 15 yards. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. A run for Nick Chubb. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
One sec. Mike 52, Mike 52. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
On 2nd down and 4, Haskins. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. The 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
He'll look to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
He gets it away, and I think they'll smartly play keep away here from Brown. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they begin this drive in very precarious field position inside their own 5.
And remember, this is a defense that's already scored once in this game, so you've got to really take care and make sure that you're blocking these guys to try and wedge the ball out from the shadow of your own end zone.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Haskins from his own end zone. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And able to get a little more breathing room out to the 5-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
45. Mike, 45.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. Got him in. It's Brown. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. 63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a 1st down. So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. He's crossing. He's checking.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Forced out to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
2nd and 10 now. Haskins. Buying time to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down. Haskins. It got his man complete. The 20, 10, touchdown, Washington. Antonio Brown, 81 yards. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And
I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. Call it a loss of 6 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long. They go counter with Breida. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
It's now 3rd down and long.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Now back to throw. Complete to the running back, Matt Breida. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 29-yard line. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And that is caught. What a catch inside the 5. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They'll look to throw. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Matt Breida, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. On 2nd and 15 now. Haskins. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Brown. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Now Haskins. He's going to fire one deep over the... And that's going to be intercepted by the Pro Bowler Xavier Howard. And an alley to run. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Back to throw. Caught. It's Wilson. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Here's Breida. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Matt Breida with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. As they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. They'll try and run it in. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. But he will not get in. The defense stands tall, and they will hold on to their 1-point lead. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough 1st downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Here's Haskins out of the gun. And the pressure gets to him again. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. And he gets this away. And look at this. This is a good one. Returnable for Grant. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position. 1st and 10. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They run with Breda. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. They run again with Breda. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Taken down back at the 49-yard line.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Matthew Ioannidis in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Redskins will take control of the football in great field position.
Mike 52, Mike 52. Switch up, switch up. Check 9, check 9. Check 6, check 8.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
They run it again with Chubb. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Now it's Haskins. And no, it's incomplete. The Redskins go for it, but it doesn't pan out. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold.
Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
Ready.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Now a desperation, and that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
Third down and 6 yards to go.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be intercepted. Landon Collins, the Pro Bowl safety. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. Parker unable to get that one. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So a victory here for the Washington Redskins. And it was a game where they got out to a pretty good size lead, and then they had to hang on for dear life at the end.
Not exactly how you would draw it up. You would continue to score and find ways to keep your lead pretty well throughout the game. But they did find a way to win, as you noted. Hung on at the end as the big rush came at them. Fortunately enough, they put enough points on the board to have enough of a cushion that they're able to survive what happened in the fourth quarter.
So for Washington, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.